is the question. They're 4-0 over the last few days. They've beat Asta and they've beat RNG as well. So, maybe they do. There's a first phase Elder Titan ban. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, no techies ban, though. We talked about that. And it ends up being an Elder Titan ban, which I think is different. I mean, I know LGD like to play that hero. So I guess it makes sense.
What they're doing, though, is saying that, you're either going to get Wisp or Undying first pick, I think. Because you can't ban them both on LGD. So the question is, which one do they want to give them? Do they want to let both through on LGD? And then they get the choice of the hero as well?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They just banned Rubik. And don't get me wrong, Rubik has been a very strong hero, but wow, they just go right into the Sven. Okay, so that is now like 6-7 games in a row we've had with Sven, because I know every game yesterday had Sven in it.
It's going up higher and higher in priority, B-Cop.
You say that name more and more, and you just kind of forget that it just doesn't feel like a word at that point.
There were some great memes in the on the Dota Reddit though yesterday about Sven. Someone's made like a movie poster and everything.
Yeah,
as well.
we were just talking about that yesterday. I said, remember the guy who makes all the movie posters, and he literally posted the day we say that. I saw that and I was like, oh my god, Mo, we just talked about this. Yeah, Sven has been picked now 7 games in a row. So, every game.
I love this Lesh pick though.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the Lesh. That's for sure.
But especially when they have this enabling hero in the Wisp as well that can like buff it up in the fight. He builds the mech relatively early on. The Lesh just charges in. It's a hero that can play tempo against the Sven and like try and run at him and stop him from taking stacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they go for the AA, which is the hero we've seen against the Wisp all the time. It's okay. I feel like we haven't seen its capability at dealing with Wisp this tournament. Because it doesn't stop the farm speed, effectively, of like the carry hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
That the Wisp can bring. And it feels like even when people are getting ice blasted, they're just getting like relocated out of the fight anyway. One day we're going to get a Grimstroke. Grimstroke Sven. We've had it once this tournament, I think, that hero.
Once, maybe twice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's only once.
Sorry, I'm looking at stats, and since the new rosters have come together, I believe EHOME have not beaten LGD in a single game.
Ooh.
So it was a 2-0, 2-0, 3-0. So it's been 7 games in a row.
What were the odds for EHOME and LGD before this series? Did you see?
It was like 1.2 or something like that to like 3.8. It was something like it was a big spread. It was a big spread.
I'd give EHOME a go with that. Sure, like why not?
I wonder what their odds were to take a single game. Because I think that one's even more like, if you're looking at something, that would be the one to go for on EGB. But I can take a look right now. It's 4-1 for EHOME and 1.173 for LGD. Wow.
I mean, the first pick Sven and EGB are like, well, better lower the odds.
Yeah, enjoy that. Because that hero has a pretty high win rate in this league.
I'm interested to see how LGD draft around the AA in the second phase. So, we've seen things like Legion before in the past. We've seen these other like Ice Blast setups and things. Mm-hmm. So I think Beastmaster still being in the pool is big. I think Batrider, Legion, these 2 heroes are something that EHOME and LGD will both be looking at to play in the offlane. I think Beastmaster especially is something that they'll both look at.
I'm just taking a look at a bunch of
+4s either at the moment.
Bunch of stats. Yeah,
it's been like Rubik, Earth Spirit. I can see Earth Spirit being picked up by LGD.
Well, who's the Wisp player for EHOME? Is it X Nova?
X Nova's played it before, yeah. But Fade used to play it a lot more, I think.
Right.
For when Fade was on Asta and stuff. Wow.
Okay, so they go Earthshaker. I was hoping, they didn't ban the techies, I have to say it. So I was hoping for that hero to come out here.
I mean, we have to remember this could be POS 3 as well. It doesn't have to be FY's hero. So it gives it a little bit more flexibility.
I would be more inclined to think it's a position 3 if this was Aster, honestly, because I know XXS loves playing Earthshaker 3.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Faith VN does as well.
Yeah, he's definitely played it a decent chunk, right?
Yeah, we've cast him a few times playing that hero before.
Yeah.
So Rubik's obviously not in the pool, which is one of the hardest Shaker punishing heroes. So that's it's another reason why that hero goes up in value. I'm interested to see what they want to pick as their safe laner with the Lesh as well. In the second phase. And I still think Beastmaster being in the pool is huge for that vision control as well.
Yeah, that's been a combo with the Leshrac quite a bit. Gives you really quick tempo. And, is that tempo enough with the Beastmaster as well as the Leshrac to beat out a Sven?
Okay. But again, look at these two support heroes with the Lesh. It's like, we're going to group up around you. You're going to be buff. You're going to run in, and you're going to deal damage.
Yeah.
They might be looking towards Void as well, I think, for their carry. Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, they definitely could. I like the Zeus, though.
Every time we see Zeus, it's so annoying for the other team to play against. It's just one of those heroes that if you don't have a way of dealing with it, it just eventually just makes the game miserable because you can never kill him.
Yeah, they have no way to really get to the back line to find that Zeus yet, do they?
Well,
they can relocate, but they have to know exactly where he is, otherwise he's probably getting out.
If he's buying Blink or something as well, then as soon as you start relocating, he's just going to blink away.
Yeah. And there's the Beastmaster. They want a right clicker here for sure as their one position. So, like you said, you're thinking Void, but even then, Void kind of gets annoyed if he throws down a Chrono and a Nimbus is right in there.
I think PA is quite good. You want some natural BKB hero this game.
Yeah. I would almost say they might want Jug as well. Because I know SCCC likes that hero.
Lifesteal is more likely. I think Jug against Sven is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Void was the other one that I thought about. Sorry, with the Bloodlust from the Ogre. See, this is what happens when I wake up in the morning, Beaker. I just keep losing my voice every time. I'm making these weird coughing sounds.
Is that what happens? Okay.
Well,
that's fair.
Maybe I should wake up at 4 a.m. instead and do some vocal stretches.
That's when I go to bed. Oh yeah, I was actually just asking someone today about vocal stretches. They're like, "Oh, you're casting later, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "You do vocal stretches before you cast every day, right?" It's like, "No, never, not once."
I used to.
I've never done it, and I've certainly strained my voice pretty hard before. I mean, there was that one time where I had to stop casting because I couldn't talk. So, and then I remember getting a message. I think it was from Moxie. She was like, "Are you an idiot? Straining your voice like that?" And I was just like, "I didn't mean it." Or I think she said it even on Twitter because I was just I don't know what I'm doing. Right yeah, it was basically it was basically I don't know how to do that because she's a professional vocalist. So
she's very good.
Okay, yeah, I like that Spectre thinking on top of the Zeus.
Yeah, it's a hero that makes Zeus's game actually hard, but I don't like it in the sense that it doesn't really fit the tempo of the game that their other two cores want to play. Yeah. But it kind of works in the sense that the other 4 heroes can fight without the Spectre at the same time as well. So I think this is good though. I like the EHOME draft in general.
But can Spectre fight a little bit earlier? Get that Blade Mail, maybe go to Fusel, have the Inner Beast, have the Bloodlust, have the Wisp, all that extra attack speed. Maybe you can fight early if you're the Spectre.
Well, the Lesh is the one that wants to be fighting early though.
Yeah.
As long as the Lesh has a decent start in the lane, Like, they group around the Lesh, and the Spectre isn't the hero that's going to be carrying them through the early game. Unlike in theory, right? It's going to be the Lesh and potentially the Beastmaster as well. I'm really interested to see what they pick here, and if they put the Shaker 3 or 4.
They could still go techies right here.
They could. I don't know how good it is, though. Like, especially against Beastmaster and things as well. For the vision.
I mean, it definitely feels like one of those things that OGD would do, right?
Yeah. They could also put, like, Zeus 3, Shaker 4, and pick a different mid as well, if they really wanted to.
Okay. They go Centaur. This hero's gotten popularity in the playoffs, too.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, the Zeus gets haunted on, you press Stampede, Zeus tries to run away.
Yeah.
It's really good laning against the Spectre and the Ogre, because they don't really deal with the Centaur very well. But I still think I prefer EHOME's draft. I think this Lesh has looked really good. The only question for me is can they deal with the Zeus in fights? And they have ways of doing with it. It's just whether that actually, it actually happens. And it is a hero that sets up for this Ice Blast as well, which I think is going to be important. Like, it feels miserable when you're playing AA, and you have no way of setting up for Ice Blast at all, and you're just like throwing them out randomly.
You got to be good. You got to lead, like me. Not like me.
What? I'm sorry. I'm like zoned out. I'm just keep saying things. I'll pretend that I'm listening.
I just said you have to be good at leading people with the Ice Blast. And then I said, like me. And then I said, not like me. Because I'm bad. And then you were just like, I'm not listening to you, Ben. I never listened to you, actually. Why we still cast together 300 games this year,
because every time,
I have no idea.
50% of the things you say is going TBAgs, and I tune out at that point.
That's not, it's okay. It's like 15% of
it's
what
like 60,
I say.
But...
Fair. Well, when TB's in the game, yeah.
I want to see XM perform at his absolute best here on this Lesh track, and then I think they can give this game a real good go. Considering how confident I felt coming into the series, I was really unsure for EHOME. I think looking at their draft, it fills me with more confidence. So, than I had for them before. So that's good. That's a good feeling to have. Why does Zeus have so much damage? Just casual 67 base with the extra.
Seconds to battle.
These crybaby noises coming through as well. I can't cope.
It's all because Sven's in the game. It's all because TB didn't get Ags. Am I filling the void here?
You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you.
You're doing a stand-up job.
Stand-up job.
Are you winning,
by the way, just on the cliff, he's like, hello. I see you, you don't see me. I'm about to thwack you.
I have Orb of Venom. I will run at you. Since you have been chosen.
Oh, they went on different targets. If they'd ignited the Sven there, they might have got the kill.
I don't know. He's still in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah,
they have Ignite again in 4 seconds.
I don't think... Oh, they got the boar slow again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, did you see what I mean, though? It's like, that's the difference. That's unfortunate.
That was, a lot of damage.
It happens, though, like, obviously, just at the rune, the Ogre sees the AA first. He's like, guys, go on the AA, but Innocence kind of sidesteps while the Sven just runs in.
Yeah. At least he didn't focus too much. Like, he hit the AA once, and he's like, oh, so we're going on the Sven. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, they can't go for that again. They send the Ogre up towards top.
Yeah, you can't leave the Spectre against the Ogre, unfortunately. You know, somebody needs to come and help. I'm interested to see what Jinkyu does in this lane as well, because obviously he's gone boots first. Like, he can't really trade with the Ogre.
I'm not certain what his goal is here with just the boots. Is it just the pull drag, get some levels, not really put the aggression on early?
Yeah, I mean, he can't put the pressure on because the Ogre is effectively a much better laner than him, right? So you'd be trying to trade hits with a hero that has, what, 7 armor and, like, much better regen than you, and the Ogre has an Orb of Venom.
Zeus is doing really well over mid. Already 10 and 2.
XM, you need to unlock your next level gamer.
Is that the point where he just screams for an episode, goes Super Saiyan?
Yes.
Hits that ultra point.
Yes. That's what I want to see. Like his hair turns yellow.
If heroes could go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, well, technically Sven can. Just pop God Strength. There was my favourite clip of Sven on Reddit yesterday was, like, I think I sent it to you. It's the Sven typical team fight of, like, 7 point whatever we are, 2-7D. And it's like, loads of heroes just die, and then Sven turns up and, like, kills 3 heroes instantly. It was amazing.
It would be nice if he used God Strength or something like, you know, and like he gets the Super Saiyan like level 3 long hair.
Yeah. What, the new cosmetic? Is that the Arcana?
It's just yes. And his blink makes him, or no, oh my God, would it be broken? I would make it no travel time if his Stormhammer with Ags with the Arcana made it instant transmission.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, okay. Speak up, slow down. You're sounding like Gaben currently.
Stormhammer, Cold Feet, Chalice. Gonna freeze over.
Yeah, they don't have the damage, but it's a lot of, like, harass.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty slow laning stage, though, in general. Obviously, like, this top lane is the one that's a little bit interesting. Just because the Shake is kind of, like, in the area all the time. X-Liver might be in trouble here. X-Nova.
Probably dead, yeah.
And now Jinky gets going to secure the 4-minute rune as well at the same time. I say secure.
Or nice. He didn't have Fissure, to be fair. But he does have Fissure in just a second, so... Now that he avoids the stun, they might be able to go in on a Fade and just kill him. Yeah.
Easy peasy. Level... Oh, it's only level 2 Edict. Okay. I thought if he had 1-3-1 there, he might look to chase, but...
We've seen that a couple times.
Yeah. This is really good, though, for Chalice in the bot lane, because now he gets to 1v1 a Sven. And, yeah, the Sven will not like this.
Yeah, he needs to get his support back.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
This Sven's having a really good time in lane, though, already. I don't know.
It really is hilarious that it's just like, oh, Sven needs his support back. Still top of the CS chart at 35 and 4.
But what I'm saying is, like, he's having a better time than I thought he would against this Swiss Beastmaster from, like, ever since the start of the game, not just in the last minute or so, right? Mm-hmm. He's just doing really well in general. Like, even the Centaur with the first blood, even though he's not had the best laning stage, is now, like, doing absolutely fine because he's about to have the Vanguard. And then it's kind of like, well, like, what does my Spectre do anymore to this Centaur? He's just going to sit and exist in a lane. It reminds me when Faithian plays Axe.
No. Ooh, and XM, he's got the haste, so I wonder if they'll dive.
I've seen LGD make this move before. With the Lesh. Do you remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
And Sven's just going to TP away. They're going to let the tower go. Wow. I guess they don't really have a choice. It's like there's not even any glyph or anything here on radio.
Yeah, they're just going to run through this tower, and that's exactly the pacing that we thought they'd go for.
But which one of the LGD supporters is the one that sits in a lane and pushes out the dead lane? Like, neither of them can do it. But maybe AA can? but it's not great.
Extra 50 gold.
It's not like they're playing Rubik or Wyvern or anything, right? They just sits in a lane
Yeah.
from afar and just shoves the lane up.
I do like the fact that hold on,
Beastmaster?
God Strength, Cold Feet, and they should be able to kill Chalice if he freezes over, but
He has no
he made himself far enough away.
stun. And now Innocence is dead.
Oh, Innocence is very dead.
Your fall returns from whence it came.
Just taking
It's not
stacks away
really-
from the Sven.
Yeah, that's not really a good exchange, especially if you're able to get the stacks away from him.
Yeah, this Lesh is doing really well though. XN's having a good game at the moment. What does he have coming on
Dire's
courier?
middle tower is under
Do you
attack.
have anything? Where's his courier?
He's got a Windlace and
Oh, just a
Clarity coming out.
Windlace. Okay. I'll be honest, I thought he might have more than that, but never mind.
He's actually behind all 3 cores still on the side of LGD, considering the
that's what I
fact that
was-
he's had a decent start.
Structures are
That's what I was worried about.
I like the Yules first, though.
That top lane, SCC.
Spectre, Cold Feet, and they've got it with the Arc Lightning. They
And
just
he's
kind
actually
of
gone-
converged.
Have you seen this build on the Centaur as well? He's actually gone 1-1-4, which is something that we never see anymore.
Yeah.
Most Centaurs like max out the double edge now for the the raw damage. This is cool.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh,
Getting speed, too. That's
how does
without God
LGD always
Strength.
manage to find this lead at the start of games? Every single game they play.
Yeah, their
they just-
farming is so consistent, right?
Are they superior laners though to everybody else in China at the moment? Like, is that the?
Well, it definitely feels that way. Faith Beyond's always been the most consistent, right? Especially, especially in the offlane. Like, I think he's by far the most consistent offlane farming player. And then Ame's always been impressive, and I honestly think Nothing to Say is kind of coming to his own. I think there were definitely points last season where, like, I thought he was the weaker link on EHOME. I know everybody's going to be like, Sylar. But, like, yeah, Nothing to Say. I didn't think he was living up to his top potential, and now he does. Now he's playing even better than he was with EHOME.
I think he was really good last season still.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was bad. I just think he was inconsistent.
Well, this Leshrac. Do they want to go for the center? Yeah, they don't know if they can kill him even with a roar.
Yeah, they're very hesitant about going in. They'll get the Stampede. They take out Chalice. They'll look for more. They'll find X-Nova. They're surrounded him, and they should be able to get themselves a second. They'll stun up the Zeus, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's here for the side of LGD, so it's a double kill for Nothing to Say.
Yeah, they use Horn, but like,
Structures are
I don't know, Chalice doesn't get the roar off before he gets stumped off or like stumped or anything. And in that case scenario,
I don't know if he really wants to be here. Like, they don't have level 6 on
Wow.
Fade. Now he's just dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
this AA is doing a lot of work as well. I think it's not even level 6 yet. Like the Ice Vortex is doing so well for like the damage amp on the Zeus, and like all the spells that come through like double edge and stuff as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now AA is level 6 and ticking over the 10-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, yeah, they got 3 bounty runes and denied the other one as well. Jesus, oh, it's just a 4k net worth lead all of a sudden. Like, this is crazy.
Not too much of a surprise, honestly.
SCCC has Blade Mail now though at least. At least he can start heading down towards that bot jungle and things. Have they been making stacks for this Lesh, by the way? I haven't seen him take any.
No, I don't believe they have.
I feel like that's where we've seen the best Lesh games this tournament, is when they have that like boosted farm.
Could it be they're a little bit scared of making stacks if Sven were to come over and swipe them?
I mean, maybe, but like when
I
you're
mean, I
playing
wouldn't-
Dire Lesh like this, you see where the Spectre's farming at the moment between the two camps. If you're
Yeah,
not
you
utilizing
usually-
this area, then yeah, I don't know.
Usually stack both of those and take them at the same time, right? He's coming over into the Radiant jungle, but Sven's just top lane, continuing to farm. And he's about to have the Echo Saber. Ice Blast comes out. Chalice in trouble. He's certainly going to shatter. I don't even know why he ended up using Primal Roar. I think at that point you hold it, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Potentially, yeah. It's quite a long cooldown at the level 1 mark, like 90 seconds.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's
the damage they seem
unfortunate.
to have at the moment is the only hero that's doing damage in their lineup is the Lesh. Like at this point in the game, because the Beastmaster is like that hero's okay. Like the Vlad's doesn't really work with the Lesh that well, though, right? Like it's not a right clicker. But Lesh is the only like hero that does nuke damage, and when they're approaching fights, like they're just running at the Lesh and saying like, if you want to stay and like stand in this zone and fight us before your Wisp gets mech and everything, we have so much burst damage on our lineup on Radiant. We've got like the Sven damage, like Zeus, Centaur, like all these heroes have high amounts of burst. So yeah, they're pinging out the area where the Spectre's farming as well on LGD.
Yeah, because the Sven and the Spectre passed each other.
It's the Centaur blink reveal.
He's got Stampede, not even going to need it. Ice Blast coming in. They've got the Fissure to follow it up, so SCCC in a lot of trouble. The Stormhammer comes in, and they will finish off SCCC.
Oh, the relocate, though.
Yeah, they relocated into this. The turn is looking like it might come. They do have God Strength. They just won't have the time to kill these two heroes.
Oh, Sven's so slow. With the boar. Oh,
They're
that's
actually
sad
doing
for
a good job
LGD.
of kiting him.
I mean, they get the Spectre, which... Oh, God, hang on.
And now they get X-Nova as the +1. Chalice needs to be a little bit careful about how far he's going to commit for this. Primal Roar gets used, but don't
But look at the
forget
back
that
line.
Sven is right here. Thunder God's Wrath to get the kill on a Fade, and now the Haunt in. SCCC still chasing for more. That didn't really go the way that they wanted.
Yeah, they get the Spectre, but they could have got the Lesh or the Wisp for their extra, which would have been one of the two big kills, I think. Like, they'll settle for X-Nova, but... I mean, the fact they're popping Haunt and, like, Roar and everything, and they're only killing an AA on EHOME, it says a lot about how far behind they are right now.
Ice Blast bottom, but it's just Ice Blast for the sake of feeling good.
Just you know, just being annoying as possible.
Remember, I'm here. I do that when I play Ancient Apparition.
I thought you were gonna be like, I do that when I cast with you. Like,
Just
no,
remember,
Farrah,
I'm here.
I'm here.
I remember when you used to listen to me.
Oh dear. Oh, it's the Sven BKB timing again, B-Cop.
Yeah,
Oh no.
about that 16-minute mark. That's gonna be a lot of trouble.
Does the Hawks see? Yeah, they see the AA here and the Shaker.
Now they're gonna see the Zeus.
Have they got? They don't have Haunt available for 80 seconds, so it's kind of just really the relocate at the
Radiant's
moment.
bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, Earthshaker's got his blink, and that has not been revealed yet.
Like Shinky's 107, but he just hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't died all game. So like this blink is always going to come out at a good time if you don't die on this hero. You don't even have to set the world or like have a dead lane to farm or anything to get your blink because you've just got this passive income gold for 15 minutes. And they're going to go again. It's another big item reveal with the Shaker blink. So, smoke. Force a fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, they're actually coming up behind EHOME, who smoked themselves. The question is, will they make the right turn? They just miss them.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, they think they're trying to set up for the kill on the Spectre. So they're looking to move over and protect it.
They still might clash here.
I think they probably they will end up doing it. Well, they caught one.
Yeah, they found the Zeus, but can
That's
they kill
big.
him? Yeah, the Spectral Dagger comes in. They'll get the kill. The Stormhammer hits onto the Leshrac as well as the Wisp. They just destroy XM. Fissure on to the Ogre. He's going to try and TP out. It just doesn't feel like that's going to happen, and it won't.
It just goes from being a really good fight to a really bad fight quickly, doesn't it? Like, they kill the Zeus and it's like, amazing, like, we've got this 4-on-5, but Chalice is just nowhere near on this Beastmaster. Like, he's still sat in the bot lane trying to push the lane now. And they have Echo available here.
If they know where the Spectre is, I wouldn't be surprised if they made the jump for the Spectre, but instead they'll just go for Fade. Haunt gets used, and they'll kill the Earthshaker bottom.
Yeah, he tried to go for a kill on the Beastmaster. I didn't see what happened, but I think he ran out of mana for the Fissure. Oh, they used the Thunder God's Wrath just as the AA Ice Blast runs out as well. Oh no. I think the big thing is they kill the Lesh though on LGD. Like, yeah, they lose their Zeus and everything, but as long as they kill the Lesh, you're still keeping the tempo down, right?
Yeah.
Spectre, it was a good fight for the Spectre though. You know, we should point that out. Yeah, he finds a kill down in bot lane. He's doing okay. Not had the best of starts to the games, but he can still catch up.
It's difficult, and we're seeing the Zeus go for the Blink Dagger, something that we called in the draft. You know, you see the relocate, or maybe the Haunt comes in, you're able to blink back. Get yourself out of harm's way, and there is a double damage bottom. Sven isn't here, though, and it'll be bottled by the Zeus. Hoof Stomp.
Oh.
And the double edge. Fissure hits onto the Spectre. They don't have the Echo Stone to follow this up, but there's the Sun onto the Centaur. They're bringing XM as well as Fade. And Sven's TPing into the outpost. Ice Blast is going to come in, not going to land on anybody, but it goes over this Spectre. They get the kill on SCC. They'll lose faith beyond Primal Roar onto the Ancient Apparition. There's the God Strength used by AMD. Comes in, cleans up Chalice, as well as X-Nova.
Shinky manages to TP out while he's got Ignite on him as well, so he's able to live. Like, that fight looks okay, then all of a sudden Sven turns up and Lesh gets relocated back out again, and it's like, oh, never mind. And going on the Centaur at the start of the fight is always a bit, you know, ropey, because he's so tanky, and he has so much effective HP with the Vanguard and the Hood. It's kind of like, I mean, we can kill him, and we could go on him first, but now they're delaying the fight enough for LGD so that they can bring in more heroes and cast more spells, effectively. So, like, you see, they kill the Centaur, and Spectre just dies for it for a 1-for-1. And it's like, it's just not worth it. And now if you look at the net worth of the Sven in comparison to the Spectre after that one more fight, you know, he's almost doubling him up. Well, not doubling him up, but an extra 4.5k.
Missing the Hoof Stomp.
Report. I think, yeah, he's got Pipe coming out on the courier now as well, so this Leshrac, all of a sudden, where he's been the hero that's doing damage in these fights, and I Centaur so farmed. This Pipe just negates like so much of the damage output that they have at this mid-game point. We talked about this earlier in the tournament, though, didn't we? That it felt like not enough people were going Pipes against Lesh.
Ami's got God Strength.
Yeah, but what's the plan, though?
Be Sven. Get the kill on X-Nova. Echo Time comes out. That's on XM. They'll buy back on the Ogre. They're going to look with the Ice Blast. That comes through. Hits on a Fade. Now they'll use the Haunt. SCC uses the Spectral Dagger that hits on the Earthshaker as well as this Ancient Apparition. They get the kill on XM as well as Fade. They'll take out the Ancient Apparition as well as the Earthshaker, but they're losing heroes as SCC drops as well. That's 4 heroes down on the side of EHOME.
Centaur has no blink at the moment because he had Ignite on him. It's up in 2 seconds now, though. Oh, well played by Chalice with the boar. That was good. I mean, again, great fight, though, by LGD. Like, yeah, they kill the 2 supports, but they've used their Ice Blast, they've used their Echo. So the 2 kills that EHOME get kind of, they're like nice, but you're losing your Lesh and your Spectre for it at the same time. And LGD just ramping up the tempo of the game before the Spectre can come online. It's something that they've done all the way throughout this tournament. Just play around this Sven BKB timing. It just feels like every time they pick up a new item in the game, LGD, they've just looked to make something happen straight away. There's no, like, downtime in the game. Like, Centaur gets blinked, they smoke, they go. Shaker gets blinked, they smoke, they go. Sven gets BKB. There's, like, another fight that happens straight away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. And this, we've talked about that Zeus as well. Like when this hero is just able to sit in the back lines and just cast spells, it just tears people apart. I like that EHOME are trying to be the ones to force this though.
Yeah, because he saw in that last fight they could still get something done. Pick off here would be nice. And they're gonna look to get Jin-Q. They'll be right on top of him and finish him off.
Yeah, what do they get with? I mean, they could get top tier 1, I guess, is okay for this like whole play. Like you can't be happy with just the 1 kill though. Is my point.
Yeah.
You need to try and look for more.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, Chalice.
Chalice trying to make something happen though. Oh, end up losing this Beastmaster as well as Fade. Down goes X-Nova. It just Sven shows up. That's all he has to do. Press R.
He has Axe now as well. So
yeah.
They just have so much raw damage on OGD. I didn't think about it like coming into the game, but in these early stages, when the AA drops the Ice Vortex, you get an increased like, what is it, 30% magic damage on Double Edge. That's crazy. Like the Zeus nukes as well. There's Nimbus. There's Lightning Bolt. Like I don't know, even Shaker Fisher and things.
Oh, Echo Slam bottom. Don't press CCC. There's the Fissure with the Nimbus. Ice Blast is a little off the mark, but it's not going to matter. Nothing to say. Gets the kill on Ash CCC. On top of which they pick up the Aegis on Ame. They found Fade. Oh boy, they're going to lose another.
Is he okay? Or
no.
Relocate was about to come back through the other way.
Never in doubt. Which, by the way, I've realized never in doubt works for both scenarios.
Yeah.
So we could just say it and nobody will ever know what we were doubting anyway.
True. I didn't think about it like that.
You've
taken this to a whole new level.
I don't think XM's having a bad game at all. I just think the tempo is a little bit slower than what they would have wanted. Like, look at Spectre. Yeah. I think he's just too far behind, but that's what we talked about with Sven against other carries.
It just never feels enough, does it, unfortunately, when you play against Sven. All they have to do is like win one fight, where the Sven comes out in front, or Chalice.
Well, Superman from the other side of the map.
Oh, where did the
Ame gets the kill on a Chalice. He started that Stormhammer here and flew here.
Yeah. Good. Good stuff.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Go for the tier 2 bottom. And it's just too fast for Spectre to feel like, you know, he's going to have an impact.
It's not even that. I feel like we just haven't felt Chalice's impact all game either. Like the way they want to play is like set up for these pickoffs with like raw and relocating and things. They just haven't been able to play their game. Or they see Fade and XM. Can't get to them though. Too quick.
Yeah, that Nimbus either forced them to go through it or they had to walk exactly where they wanted them. They just didn't make the move to go and, you know, attack both the Wisp as well as the Leshrac.
Zeus is almost level 18 now as well, so even more damage coming through from Thunder Gods.
Fissure to block for this bounty. Cool. Is Manta enough on this Spectre?
Maybe like 5 minutes ago. 5 to 8 minutes ago. But at this point in the game, Sven is, well, almost at the doubling point that I talked about before.
Yeah, he's about to have Daedalus. Not the normal Sven follow-up item. We've been seeing a lot of Silver Edge.
The Spectre's like the you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about meme. It's just...
Mom, can we get a carry? No, Ben, we have carry at home. Spectre, carry at home. Stampede, and they are going to use that haunt. Question is, where do they jaunt to? It's over towards nothing to say, but this is already an initiation. That's not going to go the way of EHOME.
This Stampede has been so effective all game, actually. Centaur has a heart.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay.
Well, he's a living being, so...
He just...
He's going to have a heart.
He has 115 HP regen beacon when he's next to the mech.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's the gold for the Demon Edge. That'll fly out. Data is here for Sven. Does he one-shot the Wisp, you think?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
No, I don't think so. I think 2-shot. Like with the whole Echo Saber thing. If he stuns in and hits him twice, the Wisp will die. But...
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, that's the
at
I guess,
Faithian,
is that counted as a one-shot?
It's like, oh, thanks for bloodlusting the tower. Now I can just sit here and deal more damage than it would have done before with my retaliate.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You guys want to grab me a drink while I AFK?
Yeah, Faithian literally... The thing that he turns around because he knows if he gets gone on, the Shaker can force staff him.
Radiant's are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, Stormhammer. Chalice just dies. Nimbus is down. X-Nova looking like he might be next. There's the Blink as well as the Hoof Stomp double edge to get the kill on X-Nova. They'll look towards the back. They've got themselves the Ice Blast. They'll kill off XM. They find themselves Fade, but he's going to relocate out. And they'll call GG. So LGD taking a very simple and effective game 1.
They just... Every time, like we said, they come out the laning stage ahead. I don't think have we seen any games this tournament where LGD have to play from behind?
No. Not really.
I just don't know how they do it every single time. Like, they're playing like Shaker 4, right? How has their laning stage gone so well?
Yeah, and it's constantly their laning stages that go well every single game. Like, they've been so consistent to get a lead coming out of the laning phase.
I might spend a day today after we finish casting, just going through, might spend a day like, just going through and looking at how all their individual lanes go, because this is crazy.